is ultimately I want to spread the gospel. That's ultimately what I want to do, right, in my life. Store your treasures in heaven. And then I found out that religion and politics go hand in hand. When I found that out, I was like, wait a second. That's crazy. Name a Democrat I personally know that's a Christian. I couldn't do it. That's crazy. So every time I met a Democrat, I asked. Well, I didn't have to ask. You know what I mean? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean, I don't know what it means. I mean, that doesn't mean that every Republican's a Christian, but I definitely know, I don't know any Democrat Christians. So apparently there's a lot of Catholics that are Democrats, but they're rich. And what's so funny is I was on Facebook today and I saw this guy that I used to know when I lived in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I met him at a bar and he was cute and he would like hook up with me, but didn't like me, didn't want to date me, was just one of those assholes that are really good looking and that just want to have sex with you and don't want anything else with you. You know, like you're lucky if you get breakfast the next morning type shit. It's sad. It's like one of the reasons why my life kind of went in the direction it did. I got tired of that shit, you know, because I didn't do it because I wanted to have sex. I could care less about sex. I wanted to date the guy. If I slept with him, I wanted more than that. And he was just one of those assholes that, you know, you go to his house, he lives in a nice house with a roommate. You know, you can tell he's been there for years, never had to struggle with rent. Obviously, he's got fucking money coming from mommy and daddy somewhere, obviously. You know what I mean? You know, just comes from the rich family. And it's not even rich, it's just upper class Democrat. Just, you know, a guy that I don't have, like, I don't hate him, but I don't have fond memories of him as a person. Sure enough, you know, looking at, you know, complaining about the immigrants that are getting arrested. They're like, can I see a warrant? ICE doesn't have warrants. But they have constitutional rights. No, they don't. Charlie Kirk said it the best, man. When somebody was bitching about immigration, okay, when should we enforce the law then? It's a law. Just like shoplifting, just like speeding, just like murder, just like theft, just like robbery, just like assault. It's a law. Should we just not enforce it then? Should we just not arrest anybody for breaking that law because that's what they did when they came to the country illegally? So we're just not going to arrest them? So does that mean that I don't get arrested for cocaine anymore? That means next time an officer tries to arrest me for cocaine, I'm going to say, well, entering into the country is all of a sudden not an enforced law. So why are you enforcing this law? When do we decide what laws to enforce and what laws not to enforce? Every single law is supposed to be enforced, correct? If not, what other laws can we get away with? Because if that's the case, that's a real slippery slope. They broke the law. They are not citizens. They are not constitutionally protected. No, they're not. They do not have access to our Bill of Rights. Now, yeah, maybe human rights under the UN or the Magna Carta or whatever that was, you know, the basic human rights, but our Bill of Rights and our Constitution are United States rules. Hey, guess what? They're laws. It's so funny. Don't enforce the law, but enforce that law. You don't want to enforce the law of coming into the country illegally, but you want to enforce the law of the constitutional rights. Idiots. We voted in Mondami in New York. We had a sweeping, they cheat. I'm sorry. I know there's Democrats. I don't care though. They cheat. That's how they win. Bomb threats came in. We know that's not Republicans. We know that's the violent left that called in bomb threats during these elections. Yep. I might not want to say that. Uh-oh. Am I going to get striked on YouTube now because I said that? I gotta know what words I can say and what words I can't say. I'm going to have to edit this video. Anyway, what else was I supposed to talk about? Immigration, Christians aren't Democrats. It seemed like there was something else.
So know where you are. What's on your mind for Sean and Dan?
Hey guys, I'm in Miami. So long just in the Middle East. That crazy? Did y'all see when Putin said that he should get the Nobel Prize?
Seems to be
does. Flattery goes a long way.
I know. And then on the plane he praised Xi, the president of China. But I was gonna ask y'all about the 100% tariffs. Do you think they're gonna go into effect on September 1st, or do you think he's gonna go to APEC and negotiate with Xi? Is this a negotiation tactic, or is he really going to go through with it?
Great question. Let's play the president on this topic on Air Force One last night, because I think you'll see from his body language and what he says that it's an open question. Go ahead and play that, Paul.
You're meeting with Xi now when you go to Asia in a couple of weeks.
Well, you saw the statement I put out that he had a bad day. And I think we're going to be fine with China. Look, I have a great relationship with President Xi. He's a very tough man. He's a very smart man. He's a great leader for their country. He's a great leader. And I have a great relationship with him. I think we'll get it set. I know what happened. I really understand what happened. And I'm not even saying he's wrong. But then we met him with something much tougher than what he did to us. Again, because of the tariffs, it's much tougher.
November 1st, 100% tariffs on China is what you said. Is that still the plan?
Yeah, right now it is. Yeah, let's see what happens. For me, you know what November 1st is? An eternity.
Say the totality of that suggests to bet against the 100% tariffs taking effect. Dan.
Yeah, I absolutely. Look, I think, again, Trump is all about strength and machismo. The White House was incensed that China is reneging on the rare earths and the soybeans. So he wanted to smack back. And then, he realized the insanity of this, and Trump wants to back out of it. We can't get leverage on the Chinese right now because they have so much leverage on us. And that's the thing that when you look at this battle between the two, again, who is more desperate for a deal and what are the contours? Would we give Taiwan in exchange for some sort of economic headline? We don't have China by the you-know-what. We don't.
Even though that we buy pretty much they sell pretty much everything they sell to United States.
No, they don't. They sell it all over the world, to Europe, to South America. But look, we are dependent upon them for a lot of stuff. We just are.
Yeah, I think we need.
Sean.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sean.
That's okay, Sean.
No, look, I don't think the tariffs are going to go into effect. They're going to find they can't, right? We cannot go to a full trade war with them. We need to have this meeting. They need to start down a path. But I think the broader takeaway is this. No matter how many times, whether it's COVID and the result post-COVID of buying all of our PPE and pharma from them, like at some point we have to recognize that this idea, and this is where I think the Trump model needs to get employed again. This idea since Nixon that we felt like somehow if they become what they call in diplomatic circles as a responsible stakeholder, somehow they'll see the light and come over to capitalism and democracy. China, we need to understand the existential problems. And so this is just another example. The idea that literally, we talked about this before, rare earth minerals are critical to everything, our cars, our computers, everything that we're doing in the future. And that they've got us, as Dan pointed out, like literally they're holding us and saying, yeah, we'll decide how much you get, like a peasant. This is so at some point we need a bigger, broader national wake-up call about what's going on.
But by the way, who's one of China's biggest financial partners now? The Middle East.
Alexandra, thank you. Grateful to you. Let's welcome Max back. Max, welcome in.
I love that show. It's called Two It. Let me play the jingle that I wrote for it. It's good, and I sent it, and he got it, and I have everything since. I'm like, what? I've never written a jingle before. Okay, so it's Mark, Dan, and Sean. I think it's Mark, Dan, and Sean. They've got it going on two-way. Start your day somewhere you'll have a say on two-way. Okay.
Mark, Dan, and Sean, what's going on two-way? Start your day somewhere you have a say on two-way. Please no smack in the chat, 'cause that's where everybody hangs out at. Please no smack in the chat, 'cause that's where everybody hangs out. So please no smack in the chat, 'cause that's where everybody hangs out at. Please no smack in the chat, 'cause that's where everybody hangs out
That's good, isn't it? Man, I forgot how good it was. Okay, so I'm about to go on their show again when they call on me again and be like, hey, did y'all, and like just play it for them. I wonder if I get in trouble for that. I don't see why not, man. Damn it. I wrote the shit. I wrote it from scratch. All the other people were doing like AI stuff. And who was it? Joe Rogan said that there's some awesome AI music. I haven't heard it. So if y'all know whatever he was listening to that he showed Elon Musk on his last episode with Elon Musk, he said this AI is awesome. I want to hear it. That's my competition in the future. Okay, so I guess I'm going to, this is episode number 2. I'm going to exit it with a song of mine. Because I do music. A lot of music. I'll exit with this one. Until next time.